A few decades ago, China had almost no footprint in the Middle East. No strong alliances, no military presence, and little economic influence. But today, China is everywhere, building infrastructure, signing energy deals, and slowly reshaping the region's power dynamics. And it's doing all of this quietly. This is the story of China's silent rise in the Middle East. Unlike Western powers that often make loud declarations about their goals, China's approach is subtle. It doesn't claim to spread democracy or reshape the region's politics. Instead, it focuses on something every government in the Middle East cares about: stability, development, and investment. And that's where China excels. One of the biggest tools in China's strategy is the Belt and Road Initiative, an ambitious global infrastructure plan. Through it, China has invested billions in ports, railways, power plants, and tech infrastructure in countries like Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Iran. These projects aren't just about profit, they're about influence. With every highway China builds or port it manages, it increases its strategic footprint in the region. Energy is another cornerstone. China is the world's largest importer of oil, and much of it comes from the Middle East. That makes stability in the region a top priority for Beijing. To secure its interests, China has forged close ties with countries on both sides of regional divides, Saudi Arabia and Iran, for example. While the U.S. has long picked sides, China's ability to engage with all players makes it a unique and valuable partner. In 2023, China even brokered a historic peace deal between Saudi Arabia and Iran, two bitter rivals with a long history of tension. It was a quiet but powerful signal. China is no longer just doing business in the Middle East, it's becoming a diplomatic heavyweight. Meanwhile, Chinese technology is spreading fast. From 5G networks to surveillance systems, Middle Eastern governments are increasingly turning to Chinese companies like Huawei. These deals come with fewer restrictions and more flexibility than Western alternatives. That appeals to many leaders in the region who prioritize control and development over transparency and political reform. All of this is happening without a single Chinese military base in the region. Unlike the U.S., which has long relied on military power to exert influence, China is proving that economic tools and soft diplomacy can be just as effective, if not more so. Of course, this rise hasn't gone unnoticed. Western nations are increasingly wary of China's expanding role, viewing it as a strategic challenge. But for many in the Middle East, China offers what they've been asking for: investment without interference, trade without judgment, and partnerships based on mutual benefit. Still, the question remains: can China maintain this balancing act forever? The region is full of long-standing rivalries and shifting alliances. And while China's silent strategy has worked so far, it may not be immune to the region's volatility. But for now, China's rise in the Middle East is not just real. It's reshaping the future of the region, quietly, strategically, and very effectively. If you found this video insightful, don't just scroll away. Hit that subscribe button. We break down the world's biggest shifts in simple, clear language every week. Join the conversation, and let's explore what's really happening beneath the surface. Thanks for watching.